everyone is so excited for The Boys. It literally feels like there isn't a person on this planet who doesn't watch it and love it. Jensen, obviously joining, though, this season, I have to ask you about that. Did these guys make you feel welcome and just part of the team straight away?
Well, I don't think it's any secret that the day one, I was the boys' fine soldier boy and bring him back to life, as it were. And I did so in my birthday suit. So it was my first day coming on to set, meeting a new cast, meeting a new crew, playing a new character, and I had to do it with nothing but a sock on. That's always fun. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
We had a pretty specific indication of who and what he was all about right from the get-go.
That was his initiation, which I believe.
That was the hazing that I had to go through.
Yeah, of course. How does season 3 up the ante? Because every time we get a new season, you make our jaws drop. And this was no different. Like me watching even the first episode, I was like, has that just happened? Like, what have I just seen? How does it up the ante?
Yeah, I think, season 3 ups the ante in every way. I mean, there's more action, there's more special effects, more, great characters. But I think most importantly, there's more heart in season 3. I think that the writers have really dug deeper into the relationships, and I think that's ultimately what makes season 3 a much more rich and rewarding experience. If you love spending time with these characters, you're going to love season 3. And there are certain things in season 3 that once you've seen them, you cannot unsee them.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, it does. It peels back layers of some of these favorite characters in a way that really exposes them, I think, a little more than the past 2 seasons. And also Temp V, Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
That's huge. That levels everything up.
Of course. Do you think you guys would take it?
The V?
If it existed? You would?
Yeah, who doesn't want to have superpowers for a day?
I don't know. I don't like injecting that stuff.
But let me ask you this: does the Temp V? You don't get to choose what powers you get, right?
No, you don't. It's completely.
It's just whatever,
random depending on your, personality or DNA.
Because I guess Huey wouldn't have chosen what he chose.
No. But it was really interesting around that, the discussion around, because there's no secret Butcher gets the V this season, and how that would manifest itself. Characters like Homelander have had the ability to shoot lasers out of his eyes since he was born. But for Butcher, this is a new thing. And so I had discussions with Kripke about, well, what can we do to make this different? And we sort of stumbled upon the fact that it would be really cool to see the fact that actually it's incredibly painful for him to do that. And that feeds into this sort of whole bigger existential point is what is the cost? What is the moral, what is the physical cost of making that kind of decision?
See, that's what I'm worried about. That's why I wouldn't take it. Did you guys have to learn anything new for this season? Because I know Anthony was saying he has to milk a cow, and they invited him to go and learn how to do it, and he turned them down. And Karen had to learn how to fight with certain sex toys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys, did you have to learn anything new for this season?
I mean, what did you? I had to learn how to laser. I mean, that to me was, working with a special effect that I hadn't, done before. Anthony's been doing that since season 1, and it's always a leap of faith that when you strike that pose, that you hope that the special effects team are going to, make it look good.
Yeah,
they did.
Just making your eyes go bigger and wider. Okay.
I had to learn how to do how to fight in a superhero suit, and the chest piece that I had on was very rigid, so I wasn't able to do a sit up or anything. So if I was on the ground getting up, I looked like an old man trying to get off the ground.
Does it still, Karl, for you, obviously 3 seasons in, is it still fun to go to work, or you're like, no, let me take this serious? Does it feel like work, or is it still a fun shoot?
My father once told me, he said, son, if you find a job that you thoroughly enjoy doing, you will never work a day in your life. And that is certainly a truism when it comes to the boys. I love going to work. I love working with these guys. We have a lot of fun. We work long hours, but it really is one of the most rewarding experiences that I've ever had in my career.
I guess it just doesn't feel like a day's work unless you come home covered in body parts and guts, though, right?
Right.
It's just that always blows me away. Has the boys got his own, like how malleable these human bodies are in the boys? Because they just seem to like squelch, which I don't know if the human body does in real life.
I don't know either, and I don't know if I want to find
No,
out.
I don't know.
That's true.
But yeah, certainly, a typical day of coming home on the boys, and you hop into the shower, and it's just this god awful sight when you look what's
you're
going
looking
down the drain.
Yeah, it's just like,
what carnage has happened here?
right. Should I call the doctor?
Yeah.
And is there anything that you would draw the line at doing? I know you're joining for the first season, but the boys is known.
I already had to draw a line. I
did.
literally came in and I was like, well, I can't do that. That's not acceptable behavior.
There was a couple of scenes where Soldier Boy was engaged in things and
Nefarious, activities.
Let's just say it generated a call to Kripke, the showrunner, and that's when you know you're in the right place, when you have an actor of Jensen's caliber come in and go, whoa. So that's the boys.
Hang on, and Kripke was like, all right, like he wasn't like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't want to do this? I believe the reaction I got was,
Yeah. And that's the thing about Kripke, never expose your weakness, because if once he knows that you might have an issue with something, then he just keeps on writing it, and it'll be bigger and worse than you could possibly imagine or expect.
and a sharp audience member will be able to pick up what actors have issues, like what the issues that certain actors have with what their characters are forced to do.